Hi guys, welcome back to another vlog. It's Saturday, so we decided to go to SM Mega Mall after my wife's shift for our grocery trip. But first we needed to eat. They mostly had Tex-Mex food, but I got ramen since I wasn't feeling well today. After that, we went to a gashapon place. Migi wanted to get Zoro from One Piece, and lo and behold, he got Zoro on his first try. Nice job, buddy. Then I grabbed some geared papa for dessert, and we wrapped up the day with grocery shopping. Well, that was a long intro. But anyway, I finally got a job. But it feels like a one foot in front of the door situation. I signed a job offer the other day and handed in some of the requirements that I already had. And what's left is what I'm gonna do is a medical exam tomorrow, and I still need to pass the background check. My first day on the job will be on December 8th, and the shift will be a GY shift, meaning a graveyard shift. That will be 10 p.m. until 7 a.m. Things might change after I get onboarded or after finishing the onboarding things. And yeah, I do hope it could change because I've never been in a graveyard shift for about, I don't know, like 10 years. I always handled day shifts or mid shifts, but I did do a graveyard shift when I started out as a teammate or agent years before. So, but yeah, it's all right. A job is a job. So I'm good with that. The goal is to secure a job before Christmas or before this year ends, and I did it. I finally did it. So I want to thank God for this answered prayer, also my family and my friends for the continuous moral support over the past 8 months of me looking for a job. Because without them, I'm probably in a much worse state of mind during those past 8 months, you know? So, like I said before, a good moral support system or a good support system is very important for the mental health. So, I do apologize if I do sound funny now or if my voice sounds like this because the ironic thing is I have a medical exam tomorrow for the job requirement, but I have a flu. The flu started, I think for me is like yesterday or Friday afternoon, and Miggy was sick before, so I guess it's my turn to get sick in the family. So, but in the end, I thought like it's better for me to get sick instead of my son because personally, me, I can take it. My son was having a hard time breathing because of the flu, and I couldn't bear that. So it's better for me to be sick instead of my own son. I'm trying to edit the last part of this vlog since currently it's only up to 4 minutes, and I feel like it's a bit short for the vlogs that I do on average. So I don't know. I am still recovering from the flu, but I am better than what I felt for the past few days. So I think that's a good sign. And I did manage to finish the medical exam yesterday. I don't know if I passed, but I think it went pretty well. It's a requirement for work, so I need to do that, of course. Also, I've been in contact with the recruiter checking with her if I still need to do some of the requirements or need to get some of the requirements needed for the work. Yeah. Also, I've mentioned the good news to some of my friends, and yeah, most of them are happy. Most of them felt a bit, surprised that I took a job, even though it's the pay was a bit lower than what I was earning. It felt like I sold myself too short based on my experience. Yeah, but again, I can't control their reactions. Of course, it's their own reactions. The goal, well, at least I got a job, so that's what's important, right? Even my aunt from Australia did mention that at least I have a job now before Christmas. I shouldn't pay much attention to what other people say, because for people like me who have a hard time getting a job because I didn't graduate college, it's still a win, you know? They Other people who did not experience the same things that I have experienced for the past few months kind of have you know, no right to take this feeling away from me. That's what my aunt mentioned. That they didn't know what it's like being unemployed for the past few months. It's not like they experienced the same things I experienced, the same sacrifices, the same struggles that I have experienced for the past few months. At least my aunt understands me on that part, which is why she also did mention that the prayer, this is an answered prayer from God. I'm gonna keep holding on to my aunt's words and just go and push on. Some of my friends even mentioned that they know how I work. They already know what my work ethic is. It should be a pretty easy transaction or transition for me once I get to start on my new job. And don't get me wrong, I respect other people's opinions. To each their own. Everybody has the right to, you know, say their opinion on something. But for me, telling me that I made a mistake signing the JO for this job is probably not a welcome opinion for me, you know. Again, no offense, but a job is a job. At least I can finally say that I have a job before 2025 ends. Trying to make little adjustments to my lifestyle is worth doing instead of just struggling to find a job, being unemployed, where budget is really getting thin. So that's that. I'm just gonna finish editing this vlog, possibly post it for today. And it's still Tuesday, and I still have a few more days to fully recover from the flu and go on and start with my new job and start fresh. Yeah, trying to keep a positive mindset about this, you know, because being optimistic is a good weapon for me to, you know, push on and move forward in life. Because if I think about the negative stuff or what the things that might go wrong, it's gonna probably gonna turn out differently for me. So might as well be optimistic about this and push on, you know? Yeah. So I guess that's it. See you guys on the next vlog.